But of course, PSA being PSA, they are not they are not done releasing stuff just because they are shuttering their ammo facility. And to your question earlier, is Garantham still doing ads for AAC? He might have done one in his last video, but he's probably done. I'm done doing ads for AAC, I would imagine, right? Because if they're shuttering their ammo plant and not doing any ammunition sales, then I really imagine that they are not paying him to advertise for something that doesn't exist. I believe you mean SS109, right? Isn't it SS109? Dude, is that NTAC? Who is that? Is that NTAC in there? That's funny. Okay, so now that sad, somber music, but now releasing a new product. Here we go, baby. So this is Let's Cut the Bull. The Olcan is coming this year. Full spec video and release date drops next week. Well, they only have 28 days left of this year, so they need to drop it quick. Now, for those of you out there who are like, oh, what's the Olcan? This looks so new, so exciting. It's just a Bullpup chassis for JAKL. That's all it is. So, I mean, if you like the JAKL for some reason, great. But if you ask yourself, could the JAKL be even heavier? Could it be even less ergonomic? Could we make it more expensive? And can we keep the quality of craftsmanship the same? Then you, sir, might be interested in an Olcan. Now at 9 pounds naked and $1,500. I'm guessing $1,500 because a regular JAKL's $1,000, $1,200, something like that. So for the big Bullpup chassis, you're going to be adding a little bit of cost over a standard lower for sure, right? And then anything else you have to put in there. Now, the funny thing is, while this might be a terrible rifle, it might actually be pretty good for a Bullpup, considering we do have adjustable gas, we do have rails. Whether or not they're in spec or not, that's a different story. And it has, AR-like controls. Oh, I also forgot to mention, could we also get a JAKL with a way worse trigger? Could you please do that for us? Please. That's what I want. But it might actually be a decent Bullpup.
Do you think that they will sell the lower separate for people who already have JAKLs?
Well, like I saw the Olcan at SHOT Show last year, or earlier this year, I should say, because SHOT Show's in January.
I hope they
had
do,
one out
so that
there.
way people can put a BRN 180 upper on it and actually make it a decent setup.
I don't think so. I don't think you're going to be able to do that. And the reason why is because this is a matched profile for the JAKL, because the JAKL upper receiver is special. It is like 2 inches tall. It's much taller than a standard AR. So if you put a BRN 180 on here, while it might pin in place on the lower, I don't know if it'd fit on the handguard, because these also attach to the handguard as well. So the handguard, the rear geometry would all be off if you tried to put another upper on there.
Gunsmith Dremel go burr.
Well, but it would just be a gap. It would just be a huge gap up
so
top.
It'd be a SIG MCX?
No. You're misunderstanding me. So I have a lower. I can't get it right now, but there'd be like just a 2-inch gap with nothing in it, basically, because the JAKL is so tall. So for you guys out there who are asking for it, you like your JAKL, but you just wish it was heavier, more expensive, less ergonomic with a worse trigger, then maybe this is for you. Maybe they'll even come out with a 308, one of their, what do they call it, the JAKL 10s? Maybe they'll come out with a JAKL 10 Olcan lower. Now, what is an Olcan? Is that something that I'm not aware of? Is that an inside joke that I don't get? No, it's the name of an Irish saint. So, I mean, that's kind of based. But Olcan doesn't... I don't know what an Olcan is, but this is what it is. Anybody excited? Well, it's the same barrel length. Like, you can get a really short JAKL, so you could put on like a 10.5 and you'd have like a little, I don't know, PDW sized gun almost. You could have like a micron sized gun. Olcan, over the JAKL. I'm also over the JAKL. See, that's the thing though. At $1,500, which again is roughly what it's going to be, it's double the price of a Keltec. It's roughly the same price as an AUG. So you can get a dedicated bullpup for around the same money. It's more expensive than the Tavor, and it's still not as expensive as an MDR, because MDRs are like 2,500, or the Wolverine, sorry, are like 2,500 starting price. Not terrible. Well, and there already are there already are a bunch of chassis for these. Ivan says Olcan is also an eye drop medication. Well, maybe that's what you need after looking at this thing. Very possible. Very possible. And that's also possible that the 10.5 version might be too short, right? You'd have to SBR it for a 10.5 version, although you would have to SBR it anyways, right? Will GBRS glaze this too? I don't know if the GBRS guys can physically run a bullpup. You know, the bending their neck and getting their arms this close to their body. I don't actually know if they have the body mobility to do that, right? Just think about that. Think about that for a second, okay? The 10.5 rail would be long enough. I mean, look at it. 10.5 inches, that'd be more than long enough. 10.5 inches would still come out to like right here, like right behind where the gas block is currently. That rail on the 10.5 would still be long enough, 100%. You might even be able to get even shorter and do like the 7.5 version, because I have a 300 blackout 7.5 inch JAKL in the closet. That might be too short, but a 10 inch would probably fit. Every bullpup is underwhelming. True. Well, one last little bit of Palmetto State Armory news before we move on to Micah Mayfield and Q continuing their bit of silliness, as it were, from liberal gun owners. Palmetto State Armory can suck my home. I ordered a PPS M2 for concealed carry. All right. Very liberal gun owners coded, for sure. But I ordered a PPS M2 for concealed carry on Palmetto State Armory on Black Friday, shipping to my FFL in Illinois, outside of Cook County. Palmetto canceled my order because they have an internal policy that says they will not ship to anyone who has a billing address in Chicago. Okay, why let me order it in the first place? Just program your cart to say, oops, can you ship it to, can't ship it to you if you're in Chicago, internal policy, sorry. You would think, right? It's like, hey, can you just ban anyone that has a billing zip code of Chicago? Now, to me, that doesn't make any sense, because if you're not, now Palmetto State Armory doesn't really make all that much sense, but if you're not shipping it to a restricted area, who cares where the billing address is? Just ship it to that place, right?
Well,
Because if you're legally allowed to ship it to that place, just ship it there, and who cares where the billing address actually is?
the reason why is because people were using proxy addresses to have something shipped to a friend or family member, and then that friend and family member was shipping it to them. Right?
Right, but
So
that's a
somebody from
crime
New
on
York-
them, not a crime on you.
Well, no, because if it's a state level magazine restriction that the person is buying in the state and ships to a family member, and then the package gets rerouted, it's not a crime on the recipient, right? It's the
If the recipient, if whoever like ships it to a place where it's not supposed to, right? So, I mean, according to, let's say Palmetto State Armory shipped something to, I don't know, Rhode Island, right? And then somebody in Rhode Island had it rerouted to New York, where it's not supposed to be. That would not be on Palmetto State Armory, right? That would be the liability of whoever had the package rerouted. I mean, maybe it is just a safety concern, but Palmetto State Armory has had a habit of denying shipments to certain people and places even before the laws were in effect, or items that weren't even necessarily banned. They just had outright like, oh, we're just no longer shipping anything to this state. Just whole stop. Not shipping anything to this state because some items are banned there.
we can resume now. Blackheart's back.
Oh, thank you, Blackheart. I'm so glad that we paused for that.